This is Try
Some
Stuff.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. You're looking at the cooling fan control module of a Mitsubishi Lancer 2004 4G18. That's the engine type. So in the previous video we had an issue with the car overheating and we determined that this is the culprit. But the thing is, I don't just want to throw it away. I'm going to try and repair this, and this is what this video is about. So I'll see you right after this.
You remember the little red button? Yeah. Push the little red button. And you may want to put on a seatbelt.
So welcome back. So this is the control fan, cooling fan control module, and this is of the Mitsubishi. My Mitsubishi. I've already opened it. You can see there's little tabs over there, and this is the main power that goes in here, and that's for the two fans. So I'm gonna open this, but I'm gonna skip ahead. So I've gone ahead and did some work here. So let me just show you. Well, in my hand here I've got the old capacitors. I've done there's 3 tests that you can do on these type of capacitors, and there's a lot of videos on YouTube on how to test these things. Like for the visual inspection of these type of capacitors, as always, you can see if it's swollen up or anything like that, or there's a blue liquid coming out of it. But these capacitors never it didn't show any symptom or outward symptom of any failure. So what I did is I did 3 tests, but as I said, you can get a lot of these videos on YouTube, and go ahead and watch those, because this video is only to see if we can fix this one and see if this will operate again under normal circumstances. So you can see these 2 capacitors were in here, and this small one was over there. And these type of capacitors are high heat capacitors. They are what they say is about 125 degrees, and these small black ones that I put in, they are only 85 degrees. So what that means is, what I read about it is that these capacitors will last just longer. So this will probably go for what, 8,000 to 9,000 hours, and these at the bottom, these new ones, about 4,000, maybe 5,000 hours. So that if these work, I will probably buy the right ones. But this is what I'm going to put in now. So what I already put in. This is, I think, is the inductor coil. But what I still, I'm just going to zoom this for you or pick it up. You can see what I did. I drilled a few holes into the little plate. And then I stuck the negative and positive sides through the little holes, and I soldered it on. But the problem is the car moves and it vibrates and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish this up, and I'm going to put an epoxy resin all over those connections, so it will have a better chance of surviving. So let's do that. Oh yeah, and this is what I wanted to say. These capacitors, the one test, which is the voltage test, showed there's about 10 to 15% lower voltage, not in this small one, but in both of these 2 big ones, between 10 and 15%. So the problem, these ones probably was the voltage. So, but I don't know if that's going to fix the issue. Maybe there's more deeper issues that we know about, because at the bottom there's a little PCB down there, and it's got also it's also filled with resin. And it's not like I can work on that one. So the only things we can replace is 3 little capacitors. I'm not going to touch this what's it called, an inductor coil, and you can see it's been spot welded, and I don't have a spot welder. So I'm going to do this on the cheap. I did this on the cheap because I just want to see if it works. If it doesn't, well, I've got to buy a new one. And by the way, a new one for the Mitsubishi Lancer is 6,300 Rand. That is $350. These little capacitors only cost about 45 rand, and that's about, or what's about $3. So it makes sense to try it in any case. I've got nothing to lose but 45 bucks or $3. So let me finish this one up. So I'm going to put on that one there, and all these contacts. There's 6 connections, 1 2 3 4 5 6. I'm going to put some epoxy resin on. I'll be right back. So I bought this type of epoxy. It's a 2-part epoxy, and you can buy any make. This is just this is not a sponsored product. So I'm just going to snip that off. I'm just going to mix it, and we're going to do it. So I've put some silicone over that capacitor over there, and those 2 over there, and I've put some silicone around the corners as well, because it has to be a bit waterproof. So let me put the cover back. So I've now put the cover back, so I'm just going to put the metal cover back on, and we're going to have to wait for all of this to dry, and that's going to be tomorrow when I'm going to test it, but for you this is going to be instant. Okay, so I've put the metal cover back. So now I'm just going to leave it to dry, and that'll be that, and then we can test this.
Come on, push the button!
Yeah, come on, push your button!
Push the goddamn button!
Push the goddamn button!
Cooling fan control module, it's been installed now. So let's go inside the car and start this car up. Okay, so if I start this air conditioning, this fan is supposed to go on, or both. I'm hearing fans. Now we know that cooling fan control module is now working, and you can hear it cycling on and off. So it's a success. So you can fix it for $3, but we were just lucky, I think. Could have been worse. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.